Hello everyone, welcome back. It is episode 5 and it's been quite a long time since my last video. I think I remember doing it in September towards the end, if I recall correctly. But yeah, time's flown and a lot has happened. But today I've decided let's actually do something, because I remembered that, I have this series. So from Death Valley Station, which we built in the last episode, that's a weird glitch. Oh yeah. Where are the glasses? I'm distracted. We decide that we're going to continue going south according to a map. And here we are. So if we go into Spectator, I think we're going to keep it at the same Y level, so same level, and just cut straight through this mountain. And I think we concluded that the station will be around here. And that would put, this kind of valley seems to be of recollection. I think this would be a good spot to potentially put a station, because it seems kind of central. Yeah, so we can curve it in like this way. Have it going, what's this? East-west. And then we can continue and then go on a bridge across this jungle. So I think that's going to be the plan. And looking under, there's some caves, but that doesn't really matter because it's Minecraft. I don't think I'll do a time lapse for this because replay mod and building tunnels, especially when they're getting longer, it's just a lot of back and forth, and it just unloads chunks and then reloads, and it kind of doesn't feel smooth because you're just constantly going back and forth between the tunnel to put tracks in, do the tunnel boring with the, what are they, tunnel creators. But yeah, so I'll probably just cut straight to that being finished, and I'll probably just have maybe an island or a side platform. I think for an underground station, an island platform would be smarter. But yeah, I'll see you then. Okay, so I've done the tunnel and I've done a very draft station. I've got night vision on to make it easier. Just to curve in to an island platform over here. I've made it a little narrower than others I've built, so we have 2 lifts that can access it. This is for me to say when I do platform screen doors eventually, to remind myself. The platform is 26 blocks long, I'm pretty sure. And we continue out here to continue south. So here we are. I haven't built the bridge. I was thinking that can be its own time lapse later. And that would go into the jungle where we'd probably have a station somewhere over there, following our map. There's a cool mineshaft over here that's exposed. But I also found this really cool spider spawner in here. It's kind of blocked off now, but imagine this not here. And I may put a screenshot without the tunnel here, but I have never seen a spider spawner generate like this before. Just thought it was interesting, especially that it has this little door here. And it has a Frostwalker 2 book, which is interesting. Which I want to say is rare, but I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, this cave is really cool. Like, I don't know. I just want to show it. The seed is this 120.4, and I guess I can show coordinates around here so you know where to look if you want it. Anyway, let's go to Spectator and I'll show you roughly what I'm kind of planning to do from here. So we'd have up here, which is going to be where our entrance and exit is. I might do fare gates for this station. I feel like that's what I want to do. And escalators that probably start around here. So here. And then that would go up maybe somewhere up to here maybe. And then I have it turn around on either side, then have them come up this way. To hopefully line up with these lifts that would be around here. Oh yeah, that checks out. Anyway, I was thinking like, this station is unnamed, and if I do get a comment on this video, which I probably won't, but I'm leaving this to be renamed after anyone's suggestion. If not, because no one watches these videos, I will make a name myself. I've got the station color green at the moment. If I might build with station color blocks, I might not. I like the idea of it green. I think we haven't really done a green inspired station, because I think keeping with these kind of earthy, kind of not saturated brown green colors, I feel like I want to continue down here. So that's our plan. Oh, there's a deep dark. So let's have a look through our inventory and I guess come up with a palette. So we obviously have screen doors down here. So we might, let's have a look. Mud could be interesting. Mud might be an option. Let's have a further look. Oh, we could do... maybe, maybe not. What else do we have? So that's about building blocks. Let's have a look else. In stone. The concretes maybe. But let's have a look. Okay, we're definitely into other blocks now. Let's have a go with maybe some kind of oak. Some oak aesthetic. So we could have screen doors, then having this line. The roof. Yeah, I feel like we could do that. And then if we could use potentially bamboo, how does that look? No, that's too saturated. We could use mossy cobblestone. We could make this like kind of a bit Minecrafty more than kind of modern. Oh, this kind of green color, I think. I think that's what we need. And then, how does grass look under here? Too green. Yeah, I think we could do that. And then as a floor, I think we can do, maybe we keep it a stone. But maybe we do something more interesting than a stone. Maybe a wood floor. But how would that look? Let's use some slabs so we're not I'm not buying it. How about stripped oak? Maybe something slightly darker. Or very much darker. We could just go with andesite, because that's kind of just looks like tiles. Yeah, and what else do we have tiles wise? Mosaic tiles. That doesn't look like a floor block to me. Maybe we do andesite, because I like the little bits of green in here. And then we can have kind of these colors going on. I feel like we could do that. I feel like I'm happy with that. And then obviously it lifts. So I guess let's go into a time lapse then and build this station. Okay, welcome back. So I built this station with the block palette that we chose with like the greens, and here it is. When I ended up building it more on the hill rather than smack bang in the middle of this valley, it just lined up better and it makes for a more interesting station. So we have kind of one exit, but the exit branches out to two. So you have like the hillside or the eastern exit, Has 2 ticket machines and an interesting steps. Come in here, and then you also have this one down here, which is the west exit, and has technically more capacity, but it has 1 less ticket machine. Anyway, in this time lapse, I shortened the amount of work that these escalators took to only about a few seconds, but these escalators and doing the walls and the roof by far took the majority of the time. About probably 55% of my time was spent doing the sides of the escalators, but I cut that down in the time lapse to about not that long. So here's the platform level, very basic. An island platform, as I said, and here we have the platform screen doors. And there's really no need for platform signs. I did them anyway, or route map signs down here because the platform screen doors does it anyway. And obviously we have the 2 lifts at this end, which have the doors on either side. So yeah, it's a pretty basic station, but I really like it. And we've got this nice green colors. It kind of reminds me of like a build, except for these roof parts, like a build you would see in like 2014, before concrete was added and you're trying to build like something modern and colorful. It's very like 1.8 or 1.7, or whenever this update came out, and everyone was very excited to build in the Badlands. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with this. So what I'll continue next before we end the episode is to do the bridge. Now, I think this bridge, I don't know if I should attempt to do a truss on the side or try and do an arch. It's going to be more difficult because of this diagonal aspect. Like, we could attempt kind of a big arch that goes like this, but I don't know. I will decide, and then after we do that, after that time lapse, I guess we'll finish there. So yeah, let's go into the next time lapse. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. So I ended up deciding to do a cable stayed bridge because I realised that it might be a bit difficult to do an arch or a curved type bridge on a diagonal. I've done this before, but I decided to do this with this kind of teal colour. I wanted something that kind of looked a bit metal-y and ropes, and I found that I didn't want to use walls, so I chose these fences, the warped, I forget which one it is. Oh, it's just called warped fence, okay. The other one's called crimson. And then I decided to use the dark oak like on these mine shafts over here. And then I decided to use metal. I don't know why. And this is the bridge. I think it turned out okay. I really like it. And then I've just dug out a little bit of this area for the future, which, as you know, will probably involve a station. Now, I don't know exactly where the station is, but maybe near this ruin portal. The station could be. I think that's a smart idea. And there's a bamboo forest over there, that's cool. And then yeah. So look, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And hopefully the next episode won't be 4 months apart, but you never know. Don't expect a schedule. But anyways, thank you for watching. And also name this station.